Racial incidents harm both the victim as well as the ties between the races. And criminal prosecution sometimes may be necessary, but it cannot by itself mend the community ties. Thus, if you have an offender, he might be offered an opportunity to participate in community remedial programs as an alternative to prosecution. We seek to achieve two policy objectives. First, reconciliation. It provides the offender with the opportunity to make amends for his racist conduct. And hopefully by that process, he or she gets a better understanding of the community that he attacked and hopefully creates a bond, a bridge, and strengthens mutual understanding. Second, of course, rehabilitation. It gives the offender the opportunity to learn from his mistake. Clause 41, subclause 2 of the bill provides for the minister to appoint community partners to deliver the programs, and MHA intends to work with onepeople.sg and MCCY to design suitable programs based on the context of the different types of offensive conduct. And these programs will have three broad elements. First, raising awareness of how the alleged offender's racist conduct impacts others. Second, initiating action by requiring the alleged offender to make amends with the aggrieved individual and community through volunteer work and other suitable engagements. Third, by encouraging amity by arranging guided reflection sessions with the alleged offender and aggrieved individual or community. Such cases will continue to be directly referred for prosecution, and that's egregious cases. For egregious cases, they will not be offered the opportunity of CRI, so that a clear and strong signal is sent that such conduct will be treated severely.
The internet, social media, and smartphones can enable offensive content to go viral very quickly. There should be levers to quickly remove content that could undermine our racial harmony and prevent such content from being further disseminated. Therefore, Clause 8 of the bill will enable the Minister for Home Affairs to make restraining orders against persons involved in the communication, production, or distribution of content that prejudices the maintenance of racial harmony in Singapore. This will complement existing levers such as the Broadcasting Act and Online Criminal Harms Act, which provide ex post powers against egregious race-related content on platforms such as social media services. Specifically, a racial content restraining order under the bill may do one or more of the following. A. Prohibit a person from communicating or distributing specified information or material. B. Prohibit a person from addressing a specified audience on a specified subject. C. Require a person to take all reasonably practicable steps to ensure that any specified information or materials are no longer available to the general public in Singapore. D. Prohibit a person from printing, editing, publishing. Let me repeat that. D. Prohibit a person from printing, editing, assisting, or contributing to any publication or a specified publication. And E. Prohibit a person from holding office in an editorial board or committee of any publication. The issuance of restraining orders will be subject to stringent safeguards. All restraining orders will be reviewed by a Presidential Council for Racial and Religious Harmony, PCRRH in short, which I'll elaborate on in the next proposal. The person who is issued a racial content restraining order will be able to make representations to the PCRRH. The PCRRH's independent recommendation on the restraining order will thereafter be sent to the President, followed by the Cabinet's advice to the President. If the Cabinet's advice is different from the PCRRH's recommendation, the President will be able to act in his discretion to confirm, cancel, or vary the restraining order. The PCRRH will comprise representatives from the major racial and religious communities in Singapore and those who have distinguished themselves in public service or community relations in Singapore. As with the existing PCRH, the Presidential Council for Religious Harmony, our intent is to ensure that the new PCRRH adequately represents the racial and religious diversity in our society. The PCRRH will have the following functions. Number 1, to consider and report to the Minister or Parliament on matters affecting the maintenance of racial and religious harmony in Singapore, which are referred to the PCRRH by the Minister or by Parliament. And 2, to consider and make recommendations to the President on restraining orders. In the context of this proposal, we will be introducing the Constitution of the Republic of Singapore Amendment Bill. The bill comprises amendments to the Constitution to enable the President to act in his discretion, A, in deciding whether to act on the Presidential Council for Minority Rights advice on PCRRH appointments, and B, in confirming, cancelling or varying a restraining order in cases where the Cabinet's advice is different from the PCRRH's recommendation.